Salve a tutti, siamo qui nel nuovo episodio di GreedFall. Allora, a telecamere spente come sempre ho sistemato tutto e ora siamo pronti per fare questa missione qui. Allora, guardiamo un po', bisogna andare qua su di sopra. Hanno detto si può risolvere in vari modi, sia con la forza che con l'intuito e con il cuore. Guardiamo un po' cosa significa.
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed. And there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Quindi ti può addormentarli.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Ok, quindi allora si entra. Inizia la prova. Guardiamo un po'. Allora.
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
Vabbè, sì. Oh, perché non mi scende?
I do not have a sleeping potion on me.
Non ha la pozione soporifera. Ah cavolo. E allora come si fa? Che ne sapevo io che ci voleva la pozione soporifera. Vabbè, troviamo la forza bruta. E mi dispiace, non avevo la pozione soporifera. Ok. E come aveva detto? Va bene.
This room is full of beasts that the natives call dorsentats.
Sembrano riposare.
Seem to be resting. Perhaps we can pass without waking them if we move silently.
Senza svegliarle. Devo passare silenziosamente? Boh, proviamo a passare così. Shh, silenzio. Passato? Va bene, ok. Entra nella grotta per la prova.
Watch out, Anadai!
Che è? Ah, c'è là. Ah, io che devo fare qui?
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. and then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground, and I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated, and I was suddenly with you again.
Ok, e quindi?
This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind.
Vento.
On this stone, the sun is visible.
Sole.
This stone is blackened, eaten away.
Morte.
I think it's supposed to evoke death. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water.
Acqua.
Here, this looks like a snowflake.
Neve.
The snow, or maybe ice. This drawing looks like an infant. Could it represent
Vita.
life? The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire.
E
I'm
fuoco.
certain.
Allora. Sole. Vento. Morte. Sentiva freddo lui. Il sole l'ha riscaldato. C'era il sole. Morte e acqua. Risolvi il mistero della sorgente. Ok, e quindi ora? Vabbè, intanto vado a distruggermi questo. Per sicurezza. Oh. Perché non me lo fa distruggere? Dove devo andare? E ora che devo fare? Supera la prova?
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tearfredi, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einon Mil Frichtemann.
Parla della prova. Ah, quindi il mostro non me l'ha fatto fare perché ho risolto la prova? Ma non l'ho capito tanto. E che mi avrebbe detto?
They're tear to mad on Almanawi. I congratulate you for passing the trial. Enter.
Va bene. Entriamo.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tearfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters.
Io non ho visto nulla.
and the island has seen inside you. You have given the blood of the animals that protected the entrance to the passage. You have chosen strength a first time. In choosing the path of silence, you avoided confronting the Dosantats. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the
vedi
Guardian
come dicevo io,
recognized
allora.
you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of rules and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruits. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises me.
Am I authorized to encounter Enor Milfrictamen now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not oppose that decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then, we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Dedra, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes, I heard about your loss, Yora. And divorced Tirce. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glinda.
Dedra is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlug.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for
Più o meno li dovrei
Dunkas,
conoscere tutti
he
questi.
leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekidan Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Quindi devo parlare con i capi
I
del
hope that
villaggio.
you will find him.
A prova d'acqua, esperienza ottenuta, perfetta. E quindi anche questa è fatta. Quindi ora devo viaggiare per i villaggi a questo punto, mi immagino. Aspetta un attimo, controlliamo, qui l'ho fatta tutta la zona. Sembrerebbe di sì, qua non mi dà nient'altro. Ok, quindi dove devo viaggiare? Qui? Del santuario? Ah, quindi devo andare a parlare con Constantine? Va bene. Andiamo a parlare con Constantine allora. Pensate di andare a parlare con tutti i capi del villaggio. No, non volevo. No, ora te penso se sia a posto. Ok. Pensavo sbloccasse qualche zona nuova, invece. Ah, quindi fondamentalmente ho fatto la prima parte di forza quando ho ucciso gli animali. Poi ho fatto la parte del silenzio. E poi alla fine ho risolto l'enigma. E quindi ho evitato il combattimento con il guardiano. Però se non avevo vigore mi faceva passare. Vabbè. Ok, andiamo intanto a parlare con Constantine. Vediamo cosa ci dice.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard
Che è questa
anything about
novità?
Lord Dorsey's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord Dorsey has been attacked.
He believes. He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
E dove è andato Constantine?
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams, from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding, like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events. But know that you have my full support in all
E dove è andato
circumstances.
Constantine?
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By Islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for
quindi
quite
il
some
curatore
time.
allora.
Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here?
Chiedi dove ha avuto origine
Do you know
l'attacco.
precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Perché non ha indagato?
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors.
Qual era lo scopo della
My cousin was
spedizione?
quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition. But your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into?
Gli ha promesso
Again.
qualche
I
fonte
am
di
sorry,
cura?
sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Ok, parla con Constantine, non è che abbia parlato. Sulle tracce e parla, preme R3 per seguire. Ops, scusa. Ho sbagliato, ho pigiato L3. Allora, quindi dovremmo avere 2 missioni, in teoria. A questo punto. Una di trovare Constantine e una di parlare con i capi. Guardiamo un attimo. E infatti, alla ricerca trova l'accampamento. Interroga i capi. Una cura o trovare Constantine. E come secondarie va bene, ci sono sempre le solite. Ma a questo punto non so quale mi merita fare, se la cura o Constantine. Oh, va bene, ormai ci attiva questa. Proviamo a cercare Constantine. Via Già dove mi manderebbe? Ah, qui? Zona belle, questa è bella e fatta. La valle della grande battaglia, questa è dove è morta la mamma di Siora, mi sembra. Dovrebbe essere la zona. Siamo a un buon punto anche come livello, non vedo l'ora di arrivare al livello 31 per prendere l'attributo Forza 5 e usare finalmente la spada, la bellissima spada che mi hanno dato i nauti. Ok, e quindi quindi la zona è più vicino. No, non voglio di combattere ora. Però non mi fate combattere, non mi fate combattere. E va bene. Ok, non volevo combattere.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks
Ok,
more like a
quindi
battlefield.
questo era
I hope that
l'accampamento.
Omega and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws. And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Catasac's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
Ok, c'è più nulla. No, ok. Allora, la strada sembra questa.
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Catasac and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Catasac wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. More tracks. Footprints. They
Un
must have
albero
fled
di
this way.
fuoco? Che è successo qui?
Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against? Another burnt
Che è
tree.
successo?
This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
Non possono essere stati loro a causare tutto questo danno.
More signs of an explosion. I
Questo
can't
c'era
believe that our
qualcosa
soldiers
di
could be carrying so
interessante.
many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else.
Ancora?
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them, and took this path, there was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from?
Sempre per qua bisogna andare? No, c'è qualche cosa mi è sfuggito. Eccolo. Che è questo?
More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
C'è qualche altra cosa da... Qui è come se ci fosse qualche altra cosa. Cosa c'è che mi sfugge? Io sto seguendo le tracce, però qui è come se ci fosse qualche altra cosa.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
Ah.
The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or
Siamo
Catus.
alla fine qui.
Bit of poison on my blade.
E allora, vieni qua.
I don't
Okay.
recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? According to this note, this
Ordini di
troop came
pattuglia.
from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense. These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again?
E
Very
quindi?
well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path.
E quindi che è
No
stato?
one would
L'alleanza
have
del
attacked
ponte?
Katasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea.
No,
what to
ora mi
think.
fa perdere
But regardless of who
reputazione,
is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wen Xavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Katasach is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That's true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, One way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Ok. Seguire interroga. Ok. Quindi si sarebbe finita questa parte qui della missione. A questo punto sì, qua che ci sarebbe. E poi andare qua. Mi ci fa andare da qui, non credo proprio. Mi toccherà fare tutto il giro, mi sa. Ok. Qua si scende, niente. Vabbè, tocca rifare tutto il giro. Forse ci sblocca anche una parte nuova. Allora, guardiamo qual era la strada più veloce. Passando da qui e poi risalendo da qua, forse a questo punto. Mettiamo il segnalibro qua. Ok. Quindi da questa parte qua. Oh, qua c'è altri animali. E dove? No, ma io non volevo combattere. Vabbè. Vieni qua. Ok, perfetto. Allora, dove era la parte che bisogna andare a fare? Eccola qua. Ma si è sbloccata ora, prima era bloccata. E si è sbloccata ora? Ah, l'hanno sbloccata, vedi, con la dinamite. Ok, quindi questa dovrebbe essere l'area nuova. Ed eccoci qua.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
Chiedi della scomparsa
I'm
di
looking for
Constantine.
Constantine d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Insisti, offro del denaro,
I
ormai
can
ce n'ho
see
una
how difficult your
tonnellata.
present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one, at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I'd posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
Chiedi del superstite.
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that your cousin's life hung in the balance. This boy will not survive long if someone doesn't help him. Anything else?
I need to
Va
be
bene, allora non
I
ti
would
chiedo
very
più
much
nulla.
like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Ok. Allora ascolta il racconto del sopravvissuto, perfetto. Dove devo andare? Qua su. Ma se era privo di senso mi fa raccontarmela.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his
Allora
wounds.
cosa devo trovare? Pozione sovrana contro le ustioni. Boh, proviamo allora ad andare al banco da lavoro a falla. L'avevo visto, c'era il banco da lavoro. Dove era? Qua giù mi sembra, eccolo qua. Allora. Scienza di livello 1. Bacchetti di livello... Ah, però non ho scienza. Allora, fammi vedere. C'avevo nulla che mi dasse scienza. Ah, mi sono venduto. Ho venduto. Allora l'unica maniera per poter fare questo era di tornare all'accampamento e cambiare e tornare a cosa. Va bene, allora a questo punto io quasi quasi farei così. Fermerei qui l'episodio, mi vado a organizzare per avere scienza, mi vado e poi se ritorno qui nel prossimo episodio faremo questa pozione, ok? Detto questo, salve a tutti!